Okay, bear with me, guys. I gotta fix a few things. Okay, I think that's good. Let me update the description and title, and then I'll make it live, and then we'll go from there. Give me just a moment. 'Tis the wonderful thing about streaming from my phone. I hate it, but here we are. Ah, what the hell? Share. Well, that doesn't help me because I can't. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this thing. You'd think I'd have it figured out by now. We'll get started in a minute, I swear. I'm streaming from my phone, but apparently I can't see the stream from my desktop yet. So that's cool. Content live. No, it says I'm live. How interesting. How very interesting that is. Let's see. Hey, how's that work? Oh, I should definitely mute that. I know it's a bit late, but I won't tell if you don't tell. Yes, my friend. Yes, way. We'll get started in just a couple minutes right now. It's currently 9:56. I plan on starting at about 10. 4 minutes, give or take. And forgive me for doing this. I know those of you who are gonna end up watching the VOD later are gonna be like, why are you doing that? Why not just start it when you start it? Well, because I don't actually schedule these things. I just decide I'm going live and then I click the go live button. Or in this case, tap the go live button. But how about that synced audio? Nice, right? Hello, Aladdin. So how y'all doing tonight? I know, right? This is high tech audio sync technology. You don't just. I don't know. I don't know why this has been so difficult for me. Maybe one day I'll actually buy the proper hardware to do this the right way, and it won't be such a problem. Did you order my 3DS USB-C port, or did you order Rory's 3DS USB-C port? I think they're just about the same thing. I don't think I ever did a video on Rory's port, but I have one. I've been meaning to do a video on it, but you know how projects go. It's in the bottom of my projects drawer, and I'm not gonna bother pulling it out, but it's in here. Something for another time. Oh, I messed everything up. Now everything's all crooked. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I've been, I would say I'm slacking on that department, but really I've run out of motivation to continue working on that stuff. Hello, my friend. I don't know. It'll probably pick up at some point, but until then, I am still working on stuff, just slower than my previous. Hello, PK. How are you doing, my friend? All right, it's 10. I think it's time to start. So let's get to it. So here's the story behind this build here, this stream rather. Out of nowhere, a few weeks ago, I think you guys may have heard of what was going on, but it was this small indie holiday called Christmas, and Retromodding randomly sent me an email with tracking information in it, as if I had made a purchase on their store, and I had not actually made a purchase on their store. Anyway, I eagerly awaited the package that was indicated by the tracking information, and lo and behold, I open it up and I get this letter. Wait, no, this is the wrong letter. This letter. All right, from Retromodding. Hey Mako, 2020 will certainly be a memorable year. If nothing else, you have probably found yourself with a little extra time to spend indoors working on your next retro gaming project, or simply sitting back and enjoying your favorite classic games on your last build. Through it all, there's always one thing we can still count on: the awesome people of this community. So we wanted to thank you for being part of this incredible modding community. To give you a head start on your projects for 2021, we figured you might enjoy a look at an upcoming shell, which has been pre-trimmed for the included RetroPixel LCD. In fact, you should have everything you need here, minus the console itself, of course, for a full build. This shell is actually the first cast marble Game Boy shell in the world, and we are happy and excited to share it with you. Due to this particular marble pattern, every shell is unique. In fact, this shell is so new, it does not even have a name yet. We figured the people best equipped to come up with a name are the wonderful people of the modding community, and as you are one of the first to actually have your hands on this shell, that puts you in an even better position. If by any chance you want to help us in our search for the perfect name, here's how you can. Whoops. From January 4th to January 7th, sorry Retromodding, I hope I'm not breaking street date on this. It's only a day and a half, I swear. It'll be fine. From January 4th to January 7th, we will publish a contest on Instagram to allow the community to choose a name of the new Game Boy shell. 2 themes will be proposed: space and ocean. Each participant has to follow our Instagram page, like the post, and choose their team by adding hashtag RMTeamOcean or hashtag RMTeamSpace in the comments section. They also have to suggest a name for the shell. In addition to that, we will also give away 5 shells among all participants. This is where you come in. To help us, you can publish a picture of the shell on Instagram and show us your allegiance using the official hashtag of the team you choose, hashtag RMTeamOcean or hashtag RMTeamSpace. Also, you can invite the community to participate in our contest. To generate hype, we would like all posts to be released on January 4th at the same time as the start of our contest. Yeah, that's a whoops on my part. Oh well. If you are interested in helping us in this adventure, please write us at the following address. And then I went ahead and covered that out, just in case that's not supposed to be public, but you know. We'll send you the information you'll need to participate in this event. Thank you and happy holidays from the Retromodding team. So, sorry, Retromodding. I may or may not be breaking your intended street date, but I don't think it should be too big of an issue because it's only basically a day at this point, and technically I haven't actually posted the shell yet, at least on Instagram, but I don't know. I fully intended to do this stream like 2 weeks ago on Christmas Day, but life happened, and you know how it is. Either way, here's what we got. They went ahead and sent me this. They included one of their cool, neat little neoprene shells. And here's the main event here. Here's the shell itself, and quite frankly, I think it looks amazing. I've already taken a sneak peek, as you can tell by the broken label on it. This is a unique build to Retromodding. I think it's super cool. I'm super happy. Hey, in my defense, the letter was all the information that I got, and they said that their Instagram contest is on January 4th. They never said anything about YouTube. And they'll probably have words to say to me about that. But look at that. It has this Retromodding logo embossed in the back here. My initial thoughts were this was molded into the shell itself, but I have been informed by other people who got one of these that it may or may not actually be clear UV print. Like with a UV printer, you can print clear ink onto something to emboss a texture onto it, and I've been told that's what this is. And I don't really know how to test that without destroying it, so I don't really want to destroy it because I think it looks good. But yeah, how cool does this thing look? I'm super impressed with the stuff they've been putting out. Now, the keen-eyed among you might notice that this is a stock style shell that has been trimmed such that you can see the remnants of these screw posts here that they went ahead and trimmed down for me. And I mean, I'm perfectly capable of trimming my own shell, but I certainly appreciate that they offer the pre-trimmed ones. But yeah, anyway, super cool stuff, right? What else does it come with? I'm guessing this is a screen lens. Yeah. It is a clear glass screen lens. Good stuff. And it comes with these clear white, translucent white plastic buttons. Looks to be pretty similar in color to the other shell that I've got here. Too much stuff, not enough desk space. All right. And they also sent over one of these bad boys. Now, I know what the label says, but I haven't actually opened this yet, and I'm not 100% sure what kit this is. But I still think it's super cool of them to just send this stuff my way. I mean, it's kind of weird on one hand, but on the other hand, it is kind of flattering that they think highly enough of me to send me shell backlight kit, one of these bad boys. and this super cool hand-signed letter that I'm totally saving. Sorry, let me catch up on chat. I just realized I've been totally neglecting it until this point. No, haven't missed too much. Looks like there's some chat going on about easy flashes, I guess. Anyway. Oh, good lord, I can't get this apart without ripping this bag. Screw it. Happy New Year's and victory. Comes with another lens here. This appears to be the funny playing kit that I literally just did a video on. I haven't uploaded yet, but I promise you, there's a video. Looks to be some pretty standard stuff. Easy peasy. I think I will grab a bracket here. We have another one. Ugh. Oh no! Why'd I have to use my last bracket? Oh wait, never mind. What am I doing? There's literally one right here. Why don't you guys correct me on this stuff? Okay. So that's that. I will go ahead and set that aside for tonight's donor. We have a stock original Game Boy that is perfectly functional. See if we can't fix that by the end of the night. Oh, it was functional. There it goes. Yeah, the buttons feel like garbage on this, but... Oh, and it just reset. I'm betting that has something to do with all this corrosion in there. Regardless. This game is a somewhat rare one. I don't know specifically what it's called, but it's one of the Manny Limited 4-in-1 games. Trust me, it is official, it is OEM. Despite the fact that it has a black blob, there are actual games that have that. It is a MMM01 mapper game. Just happen to have it on my desk because I've been playing with cart readers, and some cart readers have a tendency to not work with weird games like this. Yeah, it is a little bit gross, but I don't really have a choice. I mean, these are kind of hard to find, but it is a Chinese domestic market game, which in itself makes it kind of neat, I think. But it's basically the same color as Pokemon Gold. It's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing torn apart. What's up, Riot? How you doing, bud? That is the wrong bit. That is the right bit. Oh, so these Jugi batteries, by the way, these are... Big Clive did a video on these a little while back. These are actually really nice, but these particular batteries are manufacturing samples from the vendor, and these are unique compared to the old ones in that they have a lower low voltage mode. The stock Jugi low voltage mode is 1.2 volts. These are set to 1.1 volts, which means they actually trigger the low voltage warning on a Game Boy Advance. Super cool stuff. I don't know if they're updating all of their new batteries to do that new low voltage mode, or if they're making a separate batch for the vendor that's going to be carrying these, or what they're doing. But either way, they work. They're fantastic. I love them. And as soon as they're actually for sale somewhere, I will totally throw links out there because they are absolutely worth it. Yeah, so the other batteries that I normally recommend are... I have like 3 different drawers full of batteries at this point. These IKEA Ladas, these are great. The single only problem I have with these is they don't tend to work in original Game Boys because this nubbin up here doesn't quite protrude enough with how the Game Boy is designed. The contacts are a little bit recessed in there, and they don't work well. With every other model, though, these are bee's knees. But anyway, I like these for modded Game Boy Advance consoles. These are really nice. Especially if you're using like one of those IPS kits and a flash card or something. While I got this open, I am going to clean the cart slot just a little bit because I just had another console with some issues. So my secret sauce here is an old toothbrush, some isopropyl alcohol, and then just go to town on the cart slot. And yes, like I said in the other video that I have not actually uploaded yet, so you would have in no way actually seen, they do actually make a cleaning kit. There's a Nintendo OEM cleaning kit for this console. I have one new in box. I don't think it's worth opening up. Shh, about the poor caps. I just bent it back. It's fine. There is also a newer kit. God, I'm forgetting the name. It's for sale on Retromodding and Retro Game Repair Shop. I'm forgetting the name though, but there are these new kits in the same style as the original, as the OEM cleaning kit, and those seem to work pretty nicely as well. I haven't actually used one up card. That's it. Thank you, Hazy. Those are pretty cool, but if you have it open and you already have a toothbrush, then it works the same. So, but this is just like the other build I just did. This is suspiciously clean. My Game Boys are usually a little bit grosser than this. Ah, wait, aha, there is something. Am I gonna actually have to take this apart and clean it? Yes, at some point I think I will. That's unfortunate. It's not bad enough that I have to do anything about it right now, but it is definitely bad enough that I can't leave it. So my preferred method to cleaning up green death, as it were, battery corrosion, is a little bit of white vinegar, toothbrush, depending on how bad it is, maybe a brass bristle brush instead of a toothbrush. In this particular case, I would just desolder this battery contact since the corrosion is limited to just the contact itself. The rest of this thing is super clean. I mean, look at that. When have you ever seen one of these shields without any corrosion? Sorry, I got the hiccups. I don't see any issues with the rest of this, except maybe a little bit of schmoo. Yep, it's all nice and clean now. Yeah, look at that, man. That's good looking. This doesn't usually happen to me, I swear. All right, I think I'm going to desolder this so I can clean it up a little bit easier. What the heck is going on? Sorry, I've been doing this live stream stuff long enough now that you'd think I'd be used to keeping up with chat, but I keep getting distracted with this stuff and forgetting about that stuff. Are we talking about Cerakoted Game Boy Micros? Hell yeah. Just gonna plug my Game Boy Micro there. If the finish on your Game Boy Micro is ruined, an option is Cerakote, or you can bring it. I brought mine to a gun shop in particular to get it Cerakoted. They charged me a not unreasonable amount if you're familiar with the process of Cerakoting, but if you want to just refinish your micro, it is definitely worth just buying another one that has a better finish, because this was 70 bucks. But it came out freaking amazing. Mako, are you in the US or the UK? My friend, I am in the US. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on with chat, but some people are asking to be banned, I think. So if that keeps up, I will have to take some action on that. Anyway, getting distracted. Let's get back to this thing. I think my soldering iron is plenty heated up. So there is absolutely zero reason to desolder this except that it makes it much easier to manipulate while I'm trying to clean it. And I've heard that some people are able to clean this corrosion up with just isopropyl alcohol. I usually just go straight to vinegar, but screw it, let's try it out. See what happens. I am completely missing the brush. I swear this only happens to me when I'm streaming. My airbrush is not way too harsh, but I will say this could definitely use some vinegar. That is not a good spot for that. There we go. All right, screw it. I'm getting nowhere with isopropyl alcohol. I don't feel like sitting here all night. I'm gonna go get the vinegar. I will be right back. This is a gigantic jug of distilled white vinegar. Poured into a cheap little plastic container. And I guess we'll let that soak for a few minutes. All right, what's going on, guys? This is a chill stream. We don't need to do this, do we? How's about whatever is going on, we move on? That includes you, Ted. Oh, great. I need a napkin. I didn't realize how much I spilled. I'm gonna get a napkin, and Ted, if there's one more comment when I get back, you're getting banned. Strange how complicated this is for some people. Anyway. Let's move on, shall we? Here's the screen. How does this go in there? I'm pretty sure that goes in like that. Indeed it does, which means this goes in something like that. Screw it. Let's get some buttons. Buttons. Should I use the buttons it came with? Let's use the buttons it came with. I need, I suppose I could just pull this from Game Boy, but let's get brand new membranes right here. Well, that's a neat little touch. Look at that. Got their own little logo embossed in their custom start and select. I honestly don't know what Ted did. You'll have to ask someone else who's paying closer attention to chat, but he was arguing with someone that I trust to moderate chat, and he kept stirring shit up even after someone else told him to stir shit up, and then he kept stirring shit up after I told him to stop stirring shit up, so Ted's gone. Sorry, Ted. It's not that complicated, but here we are. All right. So here would be the point where you peel off the film. But I have commitment issues, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, I need a speaker first. That does fit nicely, though. Oh, look at that. Wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, speaker. Good God. It seems like the mod picked a fight and you provoked it. Andrea, I'm sorry, bud, but this is my stream, so I'm allowed to start shit. I certainly don't mean to, but I'm more than entitled to. And if you don't like it, you can get booted too. Oops. That's not the tool I need for the job. See, my channel's not monetized, so I can cuss as much as I want. So one of the annoying things with these IPS kits is that they do not include a speaker, even though it is a total front board replacement. But since you need a Game Boy donor anyway, and your Game Boy comes with a speaker, you can just use that one. Guys, I will say, whatever the heck is going on in chat right now, this is exactly why I have stopped putting out as much content, because stuff like this keeps happening and I just don't want to deal with it. I mean, don't forget, like I just said, my channel is not monetized. I'm doing this for fun. And if people are going to take the fun out of it, then I'm going to go find something else to do for fun. So if we could just, you know, chill out, enjoy the stream, move on, that would be cool too. I think Funny Playing is making some new speakers for Game Boy consoles. Is he talking about me? Did I do something to House Mako? I don't know. I looked up and I saw that Andrea was bitching about mods, and then I looked up and again I saw that Andrea was timed out by one of my mods, and yeah. Anyway, not to name names. Where were we? Speaker. Instead of desoldering it, I just cut it, so I need to clear up some conductor. This is not the happiest speaker, is it? Ooh, that is not a dry brush either. Whoops. So this should be replaced at some point. You can see there's a little bit of rust on the inside of the speaker. Usually that means that the caps in the Game Boy have gone bad. I'm not 100% sure the chemical reaction that's happening that causes that, but I do know that replacing the caps resolves whatever is happening, but you do also have to replace the speaker. I'm going to keep using the speaker for now because the speaker does still work, but that may not be permanent. Seriously, guys? Christ. Bye-bye. Do I have a desk fan for soldering fumes? I do not. I certainly should, though. Ooh, you know what? Hang on. I have something for this. Wait, no I don't. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Disregard. Ramon, this is the RetroPixel IPS kit from Funny Playing. I just want to give a shout out to two of the admins that I have in chat right now. They've been putting up with a lot of bullshit so that I don't have to, and they've been doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. And I just want to thank you both, Hazy and HDR. You've been better to me than I deserve, so thank you. Where was I? I need to screw this in. Did this kit come with screws? And did I lose them? It may or may not have come with screws. I don't think it came with screws. I'm going to reuse the screws. So I'm fairly certain that in the description I have a link to the wiki page that I have compiled. I'm talking to you, Busubi. I'm fairly certain I have a link to the wiki page with all of my notes on all of the existing backlight kits that I have experience with right now. If not, it will be there soon, or at least I'll throw it in chat. Let me double check. Rather than repeat myself. Oh no, it is not in chat. Or it is not in the description. Hang on. Wiki. Oh, fucking HDR is beating me to it. I mean, thanks, bud. Like I said, you're way too good to me. Hi, Seba. What's going on, bud? Yeah, whenever possible, I usually recommend using the OEM screws anyway, so. This is what I was going to end up doing regardless. Isaac, I hope your food is both delicious and nutritious. All right, there we go. Oh God, okay. All right, I think the front half is good to go. We just have to pop a lens on it, pop the ribbon in, and then connect it to the back half, but I haven't actually built the back half yet on account of the battery terminal that I have left soaking. So just soaking was good enough to remove most of the corrosion. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little scrub-a-dib-dib though to get the rest. Uh-oh, that's not supposed to come off. Yeah, that's K, that's just white vinegar. Oh shoot, my iron's been on this whole time. And I spilled. Well, that's a bad spot if I put it there, my cat will split. Okay. How did I lose it? Seriously? I was stuck to the napkin. Okay. And then I just dropped it. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was. Ultimately, I would like to replace this thing entirely, but I do not have any replacements on hand. So I shall not be replacing it today. There we go. All right. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. Give me just a sec. Christopher Parker, any reason not to Game Boy Color one chip Q5 XL kit? I don't know. Seems good to me, except that this is a DMG, which it is not compatible with. Isaac, I wish I could beat you off like that. Okay. You too, I guess. Fast 2 Furious 4. Have non-OEM buttons gotten better? I tried them once, but I didn't like them because they were shorter and kind of flush with the shell. That is a complex answer, Fast, because the funny playing buttons, specifically the Game Boy Advanced buttons, are fucking mint. I also just did a video that hasn't been uploaded yet on their DMG buttons, and those are also fucking mint. But the other aftermarket buttons are kind of hit and miss. Some of them are perfectly usable, completely fine. The shell did come with screws, and I just found them. The wonders of having an organized workspace. Yes, anyway, some aftermarket buttons are perfectly fine, some are not. I haven't deduced the specific pattern as far as which ones are good and which ones are not, but I will say that I have purchased aftermarket buttons from Retromodding and Retro Game Repair Shop, and I have not been disappointed with either. But I have purchased aftermarket buttons from Funny Playing, and those have been markedly higher quality than anything else I've purchased so far. I have also, it's worth mentioning, tangentially related, I have gotten buttons from Retro CNC. Those are pretty nice too. But those are on a different level entirely, because those are machined aluminum or machined copper. Ren, Mako, you're awesome. It's cool how much of your own time and money you use to make a wiki for free. You inspire me. Awesome work. Thank you, Ren. I hope it helps you. I hope it helps others. If it doesn't help you, I hope it at least brings you joy. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful 2021. Seba, you are my inspiration for Game Boy modding. I started earning from it thanks to you. Well, that's not quite what I set out to do, but you know, if it's working for you, then that works for me, so thank you. Congratulations. Christopher Parker. Hell, I spent hundreds of dollars and not regretted it after finding this channel in the Discord server. Welcome to my world, bud. I've got hundreds of dollars in battery mods alone that I've been working on a video for. It's getting a little ridiculous at this point. I've even got some new classics. Stuff. Ren, you're probably not getting unmuted if you were muted. Sorry, bud, but regardless, it's not up to me. Yeah, Fast used to be able to buy Game Boys for $5 at a flea market. Now it's hard to find them for under 40. Welcome to 2020, or I guess 2021 at this point. That's how Game Boys are at this point. Sorry, I'm scrolling through chat trying to catch up while I'm waiting for my soldering iron to cool down because the holder is broken, and if I leave it on while it's in the holder, the whole thing heats up and it's just unpleasant to use. So I'm waiting for it to cool down. It's probably fine by now, but at this point, I might as well finish catching up on chat. Pink PCB. Wait, I accidentally scrolled. Where'd it go? Oh God, what did I just do? There we go. Jalen Fox. A pink PCB would look nice in a clear case. It would, but I don't know of any vendors that actually offer pink solder resist for PCBs. I know I can do it custom. I don't want to do it custom, but you're right, it would look cool. Do your best British accent, Mako. I can't do that on command. Sorry, Busubi. I might. I'll try it later, though. I'll try. No promises. Yeah, Christopher, at this point, you say it's rough when shipping a Game Boy from Japan, starting to get cheaper than locally from the US. That is absolutely 100% true, especially if you're buying more than one. If you buy like 6 to 20 or so at a time, it is 100% cheaper to buy from Japan, especially when you consider that the junk units from Japan usually just need a good cleaning. Highly recommend it. Unfortunately, the more I recommend it, the harder it is for me to get the consoles that I need, but so be it. It is what it is. And yeah, that's another thing, Decran. Due to everyone trapped indoors, I think people have picked up the hobby of retro gaming. Many retro stores and the prices are sky high. Yeah, you're 100% right on that one. Fermi mods, there is nothing wrong with chatting. Just if you get into a disagreement with someone, just drop it. I don't care what it is. If people keep arguing, I'm just going to ban them. I don't even care what it is at this point. I'd like to avoid as much negativity as possible. And I know I say that even though I start ranting about certain vendors in the community, but I try and stop myself, and you should too. HDR, I am definitely not assembling a GameCube PCB. That is not happening. I would love to have one, don't get me wrong. I will buy one off you, but I'm not assembling it. And yeah, sorry, I'm way behind on chat. I have that many battery mods because someone, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, someone accused me of shenanigans and I need to prove them wrong. So I bought every battery mod that I could find and I'm doing another video on that. This just in. The results will shock you. No, I'm kidding. If you've seen the first video, you know what to expect. I think I've just about caught up with everything. Where from, for example, do you people buy Game Boys from Japan? Yahoo Auctions. That's basically the only store to buy from Japan. Direct, at least. Some vendors will list on other stores like eBay. We're talking a portable GameCube here. No, there was an event that happened with Nintendo proprietary files that resulted in certain things being exposed to public that weren't supposed to be public. And I'm genuinely afraid to talk about it because I don't want to get in trouble. But I didn't partake. But I know some people who have partaken. And that resulted in certain files being released that would allow someone to build a certain console from scratch. GameCubes are cool, but I can't do VGA. Well, I've never tried BGA and I don't have the equipment to do it properly. And I'm not currently interested in purchasing the equipment. But anyway, someone has some art on the way that just so happens to look exactly like a GameCube PCB. Unfortunately, the files are not usable as is. They have to be very heavily tweaked just to actually get them turned into a physical object. Where the hell is the rest of my Game Boy? I took this out of a shell. How does this happen? I haven't gone anywhere. I swear this happens every single time. I have the front of the freaking thing. I have the battery cover. I have this. It came out of it. WT. I found it. Don't worry. I just set up a bigger workspace, and I'm not used to having this much space. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'd love to get into BGA at some point because there are a lot of cool things that you can do with it, but it's not realistic at this point. The equipment needed to do it properly, I simply do not have the room for. See, I cleaned my workspace up specifically before this stream, but what I also did before this stream was another video, and I also went ahead and grabbed all of my Game Boy consoles, literally all of them, and so those are taking up space on my desk. I was going to talk about them at some point, but I don't know, at this point I kind of lost the thread. Aircraft grade aluminum. Don't even start that shit again. So yeah, this shell actually came with 2 sets of buttons and a full set of screws. and I'm not sure how I took these out of the shell without even realizing that I took these out of the shell. But it came with matching buttons, which I generally try to avoid. I don't like having same color buttons as the shell. I personally like a little bit of contrast with the buttons, so I wouldn't have used these. I will certainly save them for another build. And then as far as screws go, generally I prefer OEM screws over aftermarket. The only exceptions are funny playing shells and Retro 6 shells. Retro 6 can go either way, but with funny playing you want to use the screws they come with. The only reason I like the Retro 6 ones is because they are all the exact same size and you don't have to put any brain power whatsoever into figuring out which one goes where. We need a power switch. I thought I had what I do with. This is because it's entirely too late for me to be doing this nonsense. It's right there. It was already in front of me. Oh, gotta catch up again. $480p. About the GameCube stuff, I actually just picked up a few consoles. Oh my god, that's my knee, that hurt. I'm totally walking away from my desk right now, but I have to do something. I bought new toys to do some videos on at some point. Yeah, that barely fits in frame because of how I have my camera set up, but I have an idea on that at some point, and you can tell what it is. I'm sure of it. It is the digital one. I got plans for that at some point. I have done zero research on it yet, aside from the fact that I wanted one that has a digital port. Also got this. Got plans for this too, but I got nothing on this. This is it's a Japanese model, but it is the released unit, so it does run backups if nothing else. I'm excited to try. How many Game Boys do you have? Decran, I'm assuming you're talking to me. How many Game Boys do you have? I genuinely don't know. And at this point, I'm afraid to find out. But that's a lot. There are a lot of Game Boys. Fuck off, Ozzy. I know they're there now. I know they're there now. I mean, thank you. Oh, fuck off. That's rude. Oh, let me scroll down. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna use the port cover. I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna use the blue one. Declan Kane says, I had a Retro 6 screw head break off on me while building my Metroid themed GBA. That is certainly not supposed to happen, but I believe it. Did you contact whoever you bought it from, either Retro 6 or Handheld Legend? If so, I am curious as to what they said. Christopher Parker. Yeah, I'm stoked on that kit too, man. I promise. Soon. They're mostly done. Mostly. Yeah, I'm super stoked about that Dreamcast. That thing is getting tricked the hell out. I did plug it in, and it does seem to boot, but I don't actually have an AV cable, so I can't test it. This screw hole I did already strip out, so that's cool. But, oh well, that's what it is. Syndico. I have never heard Syndico being shilled as much as it was until Retro Future did a video on it. I'm sure it's a fantastic service for big things, but for little things, that $5 flat rate fee seems a little bit ridiculous to me. There are other options out there. I encourage you to shop around. But depending on what you're buying, Syndico might be a better option. Either way, it is a front end for Yahoo Auctions. That is where all this stuff comes from regardless. Before going any further, I'm going to actually test this. Ah, I see a problem. W1 goes right there. And W2 goes right there. And W2 goes right there. Oh, yes. Oh. That kind of freaked me out. I literally just trimmed my nails and I have no nail. I can't get that off. Okay. Jeez. I went a little bit overboard with the nail clippers. But some of you guys are really weird and comment on that, so I feel obligated to not disappoint. Oh shit, someone asked a question and I started reading it and got totally distracted. Christopher Parker, Mako, don't rush it, man. We'll still be waiting for it and it already looks fantastic. I already got totally distracted. I assume we're talking about the SP shell. And like I said, they're being made right now. So as soon as they're done being made, they'll be up for sale. They're already done. I'm happy with it. But just keep in mind that I have a day job and the person who is making them also has a day job. So they are low volume. They will be made when they're made, and that's it. Decran, have you tried or what are your thoughts on the GBA D-Hum D-Hiss kit from Handheld Legend? I installed one, but not sure if it made much difference. I'm not an audiophile. I will give you a hint. I have tried one, and I noticed absolutely zero difference. Sorry. That's mint. That's zero. I have noticed zero difference because I usually play my games with volume slider like that, which means on mute. I'm just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the sound that got out of these Game Boys, and you can't convince me otherwise. That just, it is what it is. I think it would be super cool if these things came with stickers you could reuse, but I am not opposed to using my existing stickers. Oops. I messed this one up. There we go. Good enough. Look at that. You can't tell it's not OEM. I mean, you can, but for other reasons. We got one thing left. And I have options. I have that. And I have that. I'm leaning towards the clear one. Don't happen to have a white one. Shit, I might. Hang on. Let me go check my check my secret stash. I may or may not have one. This is not one. That is black. Despite the Handheld Legend bag, these are not from Handheld Legend. Let's give it a color. Looks like Game Boy Advance SP. Do I not have... Where are my DMG lenses? Oh, hey, Retromodding. What's up? I hope I'm not doing something I shouldn't be doing by doing this video stream. And if I am, I hope you're not mad. I do not have white. I have black. I have this sweet-ass gold one, though, but that's for another build. I know you said January 4, but it's basically January 3, and I haven't actually posted it on Instagram yet. Yeah, I don't have white, but I can swap it out at some point. By the way, since you're watching now, thanks again for these. These are fantastic, and you know what they're for. I've also got these, but I don't think these will fit. That looks like the wrong lens to me. So yeah, I'm leaning towards the clear. I mean, look at that. That's pretty good looking. I mean, I still gotta pop this thing apart and pull the film off the LCD at some point. I always rush through these builds on stream and then go back later and fix everything I messed up after the video. That is looking good. Yeah, I'm going clear. I don't care what you guys think. I think there is an easy way to do this and a hard way to do this, and I think I'm going to do this the hard way. Because I'm a psychopath. No, because it just seems easier to stick it to the shell first and then to stick it to the lens. I've got plenty of these things if I mess this up, so it doesn't make too big of a difference anyhow. Look at that. That wasn't the hard way. S-Ping, that's not a story the Jedi would tell you. I could have done that better. I'll probably end up redoing that. But there was a new game I actually wanted to check out. I don't remember what it is. Look at it. Never mind. I just figured it out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just start a new game on Pokemon Gold and won't close the stream till I finish that. Game Boy Color required. Never mind. Even though it's a notch cart. Naughty, naughty. Oh my god, I am a total buffoon. Ugh. I have to take it apart now. Definitely gonna have to pop the lens off to fix that. I'm totally like sidetracked now. I don't even know what to. I could just pop on the other lens and pretend that that didn't happen. I'm so used to using this for my test, I forgot what's actually on here. So I have Pokemon Silver and Zelda that I normally use in the scrolling bars. S-Ping, why the OSD Q5 kit Game Boy Color sometimes won't boot with the Easy Flash? Didn't understand on your last video. So S-Ping, long story short, the reason that that doesn't work is the same, no, not the same reason, but a similar reason to why I'm having issues with this right now, which is why this thing just reset. Because in this particular case, it's because my batteries are making really bad contact with the battery terminals. DMGs work best with regular alkaline batteries, not nickel metal hydride rechargeables or these Jugi lithium ions that I'm using right now. These are better than my nickel metal hydrides, but as you can hear, I just flipped it over, it reset. These just, the contacts in DMG shells are just recessed enough, and it's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. This is a problem with every single shell that I've tried out so far from every manufacturer. It just means you have to be careful with the batteries that you use. But on the Game Boy Color in particular, that was because I was using rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries, and when the voltage drops on these, let me start over. These are lower voltage compared to alkaline batteries. So when the power draw increases, the voltage drops even lower. It's a whole complicated ratio. Voltage and power draw, when you multiply them together, you get wattage, and it's always going to draw a specific amount of wattage. When it draws that specific amount of wattage to get the increased amperage that it needs, the voltage tends to drop on these, and because these are lower voltage to start with, it goes even lower than it's expecting, and because of the high power draw, it means that the Game Boy Color just doesn't boot properly. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's why I have been putting in the effort to research batteries so much. As you can see, these are 1.2 volts nominal. I've been doing a lot of tests on these batteries lately. These are, focus, there you go. These are lithium ion batteries, but in an alkaline form factor, LR6 form factor rather. They output 1.5 volts steady across the entire lifespan of the battery until they are nearly depleted. These work a lot better on modded consoles because of that high power draw. They are, I have in this console actually, I have some pre-production samples that will be for sale shortly. I will have a link at some point, somewhere, to whoever's selling them. Whenever I figure that much out, I have no idea. And they tend to work in every console except for DMG. They work great on Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Advance. Still haven't figured out quite what to do about these things. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. They sent me these a little while back, and I tested these for a pocket. These things are garbage. But these ones are actually pretty nice. Cool stuff. Anyway, that's for another video. Sorry, that was loud. So yeah, this thing's super cool. After the stream, I am gonna have to take it apart again and redo a few things that I'm unhappy with. But I figured that would happen, which is why I left the film on the LCD. I really want to like the clear lens, but I'm thinking the easiest solution is a black one. Yeah, I don't like gray. Maybe I'll just buy a white one. I'm sure I can get a custom one with the right viewport. But because of this kit, I feel it's worth mentioning. It's not the same viewport. I have these both lined up edge to edge. You can see the gray one has a slightly wider viewport. It doesn't line up on the bottom there, or on the right side. On the top and the bottom it looks about right, but on the left and right it's definitely not. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've heard, but Bluish Squirrel is currently not taking orders, unless that has changed extremely recently, like today recently. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this black and gold lens. It looks so good and I want to use it for something, but that something is not this. I know someone who makes custom lenses, so maybe I'll reach out to them. So I think you guys are right. I think a white lens would look pretty sick. But that is something I should have done a few weeks ago if I wanted it ready in time for January 4th, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's not sitting flat there because I accidentally did that. I'm going to have to back that out a little. Bend that back down. Oh well, such is life. That's why you got to pay better attention to what you're doing. It also helps to use the screws they send you. That's probably why I messed it up in the first place. Blake Luna, can I buy this? Soon. I know Retromodding is going to be selling these at some point. As of an hour and a half ago when I checked, they didn't have them listed. Or I just didn't see them. I'm not 100% sure. But there is a link in the description. That much I'm sure of. Oh, while we're here. Alright, that's about all I got. I need to end the stream at some point so I can go back in here and fix the couple of mistakes I made and get it ready to post on social media and such. Because they asked me to and because I think I can. Yeah, no, Retromodding's been absolutely killing it as far as their custom shells have been going. I've seen some of their UV prints and they look absolutely fantastic. Also, they did me a solid with these. They sent me some lenses to test out for my prototype shells, and they are mint, super solid. Retromodding, super cool on that. Big shout out. Not that big, I guess. I don't have that big a dick to swing around. But either way, they're still super cool to me, and that makes them super cool in my book. I like this case too. I mean, it's just a neoprene case. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, but it's sized just right for this. I have done a lot of Game Boys. And you know what? There's a lot of cool stuff out there right now. We could play DMG, DM Jenga. I've got more than enough. Oh my god, I've run out. Oh, I should move that forward. That's just what I have on my desk, man. Got a lot of cool stuff. This is a stock example of something rattling around. I don't actually think there's a Game Boy in here. No, it's just a front shell. I did the moon screen kit a while back in this thing. This is from Mr. Chrono, or Dr. Game Boy PhD. Does the best Game Boy builds that I've ever seen. Like I genuinely, I have to show this off. It looks so clean. I can't get over how good his backlights look. Look at that. Helps if you put a game in it, huh? This is a stock screen, biverted and backlit, and it is just hands down better than anything I could ever do myself. It's great. I mean, it's still a stock screen, and it comes with all the issues with that. I'm playing through the viewfinder. Please excuse my terrible ability to actually play this game. But part of the problem is now I'm actually looking at the screen instead of the viewfinder. You know, viewing angles are kind of shitty, but there's not a whole lot that can be done about that. Contrast is much better than it was, but still not great. That's what the IPS kits do, but I mean, look at that. It's just so clean. Anyway, sorry. Great Game Boy. Great dude. Love him. Check out his shop if you want a custom Game Boy. I have the Factory A DMG shells that I did a video on a little while back. They're alright if you want something vanilla-ish. Well, actually, they're pretty good if you want something vanilla-ish. But that's what they are. They're mostly stock colors except for this one, which is smoke clear. Did a video on the Retro 6 shells, which I'm sure you all know my opinion on by now. If not, don't get one. Stock Game Boy, I don't even remember what kit is in this thing, but there's an IPS kit in there. One of the first IPS kit videos I did was one of Retromodding shells. I still love this color. It has a look to it. And then a video that I just made and haven't actually uploaded yet. The brand new Funny Playing shells. Also good if you're doing an IPS build, but kind of vanilla as far as color goes. But yeah, I have a lot of DMGs at this point. It's getting ridiculous. This is a perfectly stock Game Boy, and I think it has a Game Boy Pocket screen in it. Because that is what it should look like. It's not quite as green as it should be. Anyway. I think that's enough of that. Gonna get ready to end the stream in a few minutes here. So yeah, this is a super cool shell. I am extraordinarily pleased with it. It is, I really like the patterning on it. They told me they were making these quite a while ago, and I've been sitting on that secret for what feels like a year at this point, and it's been a hard secret to keep, I'll tell you. But, man, did they ever deliver. Holy crap. Naru the Turtle, can you do an update on the Onyx Blue Funny Playing DMG? What do you mean? Can you clarify what information you want from me, and I can provide. How's the battery life? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't actually played it enough to tell you that. I haven't played any of my Game Boys enough to tell you how the battery life is. That's who I am as a person. My attraction to the hobby is with modding, not necessarily with playing. Playing is just a side effect. I will tell you, though, that there is a spreadsheet linked in the description with power usage numbers that I have measured. I'm just kidding. There's not a spreadsheet linked in the description. I will link it in chat in just a moment here. Maybe I'll find it before HDR does this time. Oh my goodness. That's not using my current template. Oh, nuts. What the hell? Well, Marco, one job. I don't know what happened to my template, so I'll just find it here. Boom, check out that thread. There is a link to a spreadsheet in the post of that thread. And within that spreadsheet, I'm terribly sorry if it is way more confusing than it needs to be. But within that spreadsheet is a listing for the particular backlight kit that I used and how much power it uses compared to stock. So you can take that number, calculate how much battery life a stock DMG has, and then extrapolate how much a modded DMG should have, and then work from there. The reason I never provided exact numbers is because every single Game Boy is going to be different, every single game you play is going to be different, and every single battery you use is going to be different. So anything that I calculate is always going to be an estimate, so I never bothered calculating everything. Yes, my cat wants my attention. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the best I can do. From memory, just about every kit uses between 2 and 4 times as much battery life. So if you were getting approximately 20 hours, you will get approximately 5 to 10 hours. Have you ever beaten a Pokemon game? I have beaten every single Pokemon game except for the ones on the 3DS. Which, speaking of, I'm literally in the process of working on that. Like, you joke, but I have my 3DS on, and at that point, I meant the Elite Four, or whatever they call it in this game. This is... What the hell game is this? This is Y. I haven't gotten to Sun or Moon yet. I'm slow. I'm getting there. I have beaten every other game, though. And I don't just mean Gen 1. I mean literally every game. Red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal. Oh, shit. I haven't played Leaf Green or Fire Red. All right. Well, you got me there. But other than Leaf Green and Fire Red, I have beaten every other main Pokemon game. Oh, I don't have Sword. I haven't even started on Sun or Moon yet. You think I've started Sword or Shield? I have not. I have... Oh my god, it's not in my Game Boy. What the hell happened to it? I'm on the Elite Four and Emerald. I don't know where my actual Emerald copy went. That's my testing copy, not my playing copy. Oh, the Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Gold cart that I actually test with, I did actually beat this game too. No batteries in this console, so it's not going to turn on. My single goal with this game, like I went out and started a new game so that I could get this, because I found a method called arbitrary code execution that allows you to do basically whatever the hell you want. And one of the side effects of that is you can generate whatever Pokemon you want. And I thought the coolest thing I could do would be to generate the one single Pokemon that you can't actually get on hardware in current year. And the prerequisites to do that involved beating the frickin' game. So I did that. And this was recent. See? See? Hall of Fame, huh? What do you think about that? I bought 2 different copies of Link's Awakening DX, and I never actually beat them. Either of them. Or, I'm sorry, one's Link's Awakening, the other's Link's Awakening DX. The same freaking game, though. Which Pokemon game is my favorite? Spin-offs included. I'm going to give you 2 answers to that, Pixel Prime, because that's a complicated question to me. If I had to choose one game, one Pokemon game to play, like I couldn't play any other Pokemon game for the rest of the year. I'm not going to say for the rest of my life because that's just ridiculous. But for the rest of the year, I would choose Red Rescue Team or one of the newer Rescue Team games that people have said are good that I haven't actually checked out yet. Like the Switch one that I also have and haven't actually played. I put hours into those games. They're always fun. I just don't have the time to sit down and play it right now. But that being said, for time that I have put into a game, I think this also counts. I have put more time into Pokemon Soul Silver than I think I've ever put into any other game, period, except for World of Warcraft. But not counting World of Warcraft, because that's different. I have hundreds of hours in Soul Silver. Hey man, Generation 4 is the best generation for Pokemon, I think. I played the shit out of Coliseum and XD. But Gen 4 was better. Hazi says, Gen 1, fight me in my walking stick. Hazi, I don't even have to fight you. I could just take your stick away and, walk at a brisk pace. What WoW server did I play on? Gilneas. And Frostmourne. Played on both for a while. Gilneas until about Cataclysm, then Frostmourne after Cataclysm until about now when I don't actually play anymore. Battle Kangaroo, he's an ostrich. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, the children are talking shit about Pokemon, so it's time to it's time to see what we got. I'm 90% sure I've saved, so You know, I bought this game new in box, completely sealed. It was only $40. I don't want to install system update. What do you take me for? I don't think I actually have a good save on here. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think my save is on this game. I think it's on my flash card, to be honest. Oh, 65 hours. That's not bad. This isn't what I thought I had. It's better than what I thought I had, but... This isn't my original copy of the game. I'm actually super disappointed. I had multiple hundreds of hours in this game. That's legit, by the way. And my DS got stolen with my game inside of it. So this is the original box and stuff that I had when I had originally purchased this game. But this game cart itself is not original to this box, unfortunately. And that was the day I went and bought a flash cart so I could back up my saves. Are you gonna quit? What's going on? There it goes. But I still went through and played it again. And then I bought this because of who I am as a person. It's not in there because it's in a DS somewhere. Favorite model of 3DS? This one. The one with the removable faceplates. The one that was sold literally everywhere except for my domestic market. I can't get this off because my fingernails, but they're removable, I promise. And this is custom because of who I am as a person. Alright, that's all I got. Nah, fuck the XL models. XL models are for old people. I want something that actually fits in my pocket. Oh, my mouse mat. I don't actually have my mouse mat. I can't believe I put it away. I got a new mouse mat. Put my mouse on it and do mouse stuff with it. All right, guys. I think it's about bedtime. I think it's as much as I want to, I can't sell merch with Voltar's face on it. That's at least not without talking to him first. That's not cool. This was just a one-off gag. Plus, I don't actually sell merch, so there's that. But even still. I'm saying that because I don't recommend that anyone take anyone else's likeness to sell. That's not cool. Who? Never heard of him. Don't know. All right, guys. But seriously, it's been fun. Thanks for keeping me company while I played with Retromodding's newest cool toy and dates and stuff on that. Always have fun streaming. Wish I had more time to do it more often. Uh, keep up the cool shit. Happy 2021. Where's the end stream button? You'd think I'd know where this is by now. Oh, there's a save highlight thing. I don't actually know how to end this. I think if I hit that, it ends. Yeah, are you sure you want to stop streaming? I'm gonna hit